your other cores to pick, things that they want, those flashy heroes, maybe squishy heroes. But his Undying is something else. He literally walks in there and he just face tanks everything and just gets to have his team stand behind him, just spellcasting, just dishing out right clicks. It's very impressive the way that he plays that Undying.
When you get your net worth, he has like 8,000 health when he ults.
Just walk in there and press
Walk in there and you're like, what's up, guys? Decay over and over. What's up? Can't do anything.
High skill gameplay.
You gotta have a little bit of fun with it, right? You still gotta enjoy it, because that's one thing that teams have found success with, is keeping the hero pool small for some of the players. We always love to talk about who's playing unique heroes. If there's a way that a team is able to play a unique hero every game for themselves in this massive Swiss stage, if they're able to do it throughout all those rounds. But there's also, something notable about sticking to it, being able to play that same hero over again and being so proficient in it.
Yeah. You know what hero we forgot when talking about Toronto Tokyo? His Dawnbreaker.
I just mentioned his Dawnbreaker, but like, whatever.
Oh, sorry, I have you muted.
I have you muted. 12K behavior score is needed. Sorry, we have you muted on the panel.
It's okay, man.
Prove that you said it. I don't believe it.
I'm so okay.
Timestamp it.
Clippers, can you send it to his Twitter?
Please do.
Well, look, either way, it's nice to bring it up twice,
yeah,
right? Because this Dawnbreaker
that's how good it is.
I only remember it being brought up once.
Okay, once to twice, pending with an asterisk next
What
to
did
it.
you like about his Dawnbreaker?
I mentioned it in the context of they often first pick his hero between the Undying and the Dawnbreaker, and here it is again.
Yes.
So that's...
Glad I mentioned the Dawnbreaker as it comes out here.
Fear, you're so good. You're
so
literally
smart,
the
Fear.
best analyst I've ever worked in my life.
That's why you're in the middle
Probably
between
true.
the two of them, right? Focus is going to go on you. Look, while we're jumping into this game one of a best of 3 draft between Aurora and Extreme Gaming, I got to remind you guys, there's 4 streams going on right now, so feel free to tune into any of the other series that are happening over on the B, C, and D stream as well. But right now, yeah, we got to focus on that Dawnbreaker coming out as a first pick for Aurora, and Extreme Gaming's response being in that disruptor.
Yeah, so I have to ask, why is the Dawn
Okay.
good?
He's not leaving
we're
this
still on
alone.
this. We are. There's a very specific reason why it's very good.
The dad in you is showing, Fear.
Thank you. But there's a very specific reason why Dawn is...
Father, please explain it to me.
Because Toronto Tokyo is the father, if we're going to use this analogy, for the team. And he has to protect his son, Kiyotaka, who is an absolute psychopath when he plays Dota.
I see.
And having that Dawnbreaker ult join you when Kiyotaka inevitably blinks into 5 heroes will really help you out in the long run.
Okay.
So I think this is already an interesting start. Because, for example, Aurora Gaming is not a team that plays Nature's Prophet, and I think that's a hero a lot of people are going to be looking at for first picking. And because they don't play it, they also pick Dawnbreaker, which, like we mentioned now, too much. But Dawnbreaker is theoretically also good against Nature's Prophet, so that might dissuade Extreme from taking that. And at the same time, I'm not sure if it's Ame's forte as well, so maybe these two teams specifically don't play Furion. But then there's a Disruptor that comes out first phase, which is, I don't really consider it a big answer to Dawnbreaker, because she can ulti in, and sure, you can glimpse her away, but at that point the damage is already done. She healed, she dealt some damage. Disruptor is a solid hero in the current meta, but to me it doesn't feel like a very strong response. And now we see a Leshrac, and I'm not really sure where they're going from this. So currently I don't see what Extreme is really up to. But Aurora has like a very stable start to the draft with Dawn, and now they can follow up with 2 supports here if they want. Pretty easy.
Hello? Yeah.
Hey.
Hey. You're expecting something? Okay.
No,
Well,
I'm just looking at you. I'm just looking at my father for some wise words, that's all.
Wise words. Well, we'll have to see here. I think the Queen of Pain ban was very good. Whenever you have Dawnbreaker with Queen of Pain, you can make some very quick plays on the map. I think if I'm looking at Extreme's hero, oftentimes when I do see a Leshrac, we don't know if this is going to be position 4 or mid. Could be either. But having some team fight to back it up, or some sustain to keep the Leshrac alive so it can continue to do damage, would be nice. So maybe you have to come with a countermeasure here from Aurora to be able to kind of like deal with that. I think whenever you're playing versus Leshrac, having the ability to burst that hero is always very nice to have.
Yeah, so when you play against Lesh, I think they need like a lot of burst damage.
Oh, rare. I hadn't heard that one yet, so that is a very nice.
I think
So here it comes, the Lion, the burst damage we talked about, I talked about.
I think a Vessel Buyer is also good to have sometimes. I think you can go 2 routes. You can try to one-shot this hero, like, with the Lion idea. Otherwise, you can go for a hero that buys Vessel and just, put it on a Leshrac. pretty easy to take down. And we still don't know what this Slash is up to. In theory, you could play it as a support, right? This is being done in pubs as well. I'm curious to see what other support they're going to pick, like some position 5 here.
How would you rate it as a support compared to mid right now? You're like, oh, it's probably more like 80% favored to be a better mid, and that's where it's picked more often.
I think usually it is going to be better in the mid lane, but picking it so early is strange to me, because I don't think the hero has... Because a lot of heroes, they become meta because the items make sense in the meta.
Right.
But even though Blade Mill's been nerfed, it's still a fantastic item against Leshrac. You can buy Pipe, Vessel is strong in the meta. There's so many items, and actually we do get a Vessel buyer with the Fury in probably position 5. So if I'm Extreme, I'm not even sure if I want to put this mid, unless there's some new tech that I'm not aware of. This does not seem like a good Lesh game already, just from these responses, with burst damage and a Vessel buyer.
They're so pressured now on the map as well. Like, Aurora has a very simple game plan ready where your line's going to be able to set up, your Dawn can ult in, your Natures can TP in. It means that anywhere on the map, Extreme can just be at threat. I like picking the SD here just as a save, like him being able to play in the fog behind his cores allows them to be able to farm the lane without just dying instantly.
So that just makes it a mid Lush then. So I see no reason not to just pick Kiyotaka's hero here.
And there's two ways to look at it too, because you can also, because you know what the mid matchup is, you could also sometimes pick the best carry for the game, because if you have 3 options. But like you said, I guess they go for the Ember.
I think they're keeping the idea of probably NP carry alive too.
That's not a Nightfall Prime hero.
He's played it.
He's played it.
He has played it,
yeah.
And they won. So.
But there's a difference between a Nightfall hero and a Nightfall Prime hero, right?
What do you mean?
Like-
This hero has a built-in teleport. How is this not Nightfall Prime?
Hey, I'm gonna defend my new panelists, all right? Relax me, all right?
No, we'll see what they do here. Obviously, there's some good options as well for Nightfall, but if you think about some of Nightfall's classics, there's Shadow Demon.
You don't want to play Ursa, yeah.
These like Ursa, you know, even Omni Knights, these type of heroes aren't as appetizing. So we'll see what they decide to do with that. I mean, I wouldn't hate it if they just pick another position 5 that has a bit more team fight. I mean, they've got some really good global presence right now. They've got like Ember, Natures, and Dawn, so they're gonna be very scary on the map. But team fighting into potentially Disruptor, Leshrac, Mars might not be so simple. Maybe that's not the game plan at all to team fight though.
Yeah, I can see them going for some classic Doom for Nightfall. A hero that he can just stay in his lane and do his thing and pressure slowly. I think another tanky hero could work. Like, I still see this as a
Lifestealer?
Prophet 5. Lifestealer? That could work.
Yeah. It's another Nightfall hero. Pretty good this game.
Well,
But they don't even know what they're doing.
I was gonna say, with Extreme Gaming's ban, it being the clock, it feels like they're leaning towards it.
That one game where he played NP carry. Let's get in their head.
Okay, it was more than one game. It was like 4, but.
I see one game in the most recent 3 games.
Okay, all right. That's
listening
fair.
to us.
That's fair.
They don't know about Nightfall Prime versus Nightfall regular.
Yeah.
That's right. You gotta get in there. You gotta tell them. You gotta tell them. But yeah, they've gone for those supports, right? That Undying there. Well, I guess technically not, because they're thinking maybe the Dawn could be played on Nightfall, and they could still be picking up a Toronto Tokyo hero, right? So that Undying there as well is a pretty good cover for that
We're
one.
going too far there.
I'm just trying to get into the mind
Toronto
of Extreme
Tokyo
Gaming.
not playing.
That would be
Dawnbreaker,
sick though.
that
Imagine
would
if
be
you just
criminal.
pulled out a Magnus right now.
I'm just
Have that team
saying,
fight.
based off what I'm
Bam.
seeing on the bands.
It could be true. Yeah, I mean, they have the ability to do anything. That's the beauty of heroes like Nature's Prophet and even Dawn, which can be flexed technically to any role. And they banned Morphling and Sven. I mean, the Sven ban doesn't make me think they wanted the Lifestealer, but maybe they expected to get banned later. We'll see if he goes Nightfall Prime or Nightfall Regular.
Yeah.
Doom, Lifestealer, yeah, I think those are 2 good calls. I'm not sure what else that he's looking at. Or it could be the past 5, like we mentioned. But I'm gonna guess on a melee hero for Nightfall.
Well, they don't have a lot of time. Oh, Nightfall Field, you know, a bit stressed there. He's like, guys, just pick it, please.
Oh. Nightfall
Okay.
Regular it is.
Nightfall this.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Chen Lars to pick coming out there. So yeah, Panta's gonna be playing that one. A little bit of tempo for them there. A little bit more healing as well coming out.
I also kind of like it because it's a save that works against Mars. You know, when you're playing Mars with this facet that blocks vision inside of the arena, it makes it hard to play things like Pugna or whatever because you can't, save your guy unless you blink in and die. So Chen ult just gives that coverage there. You're going to buy mech as well. And also, like, seeing as they're playing this global lineup where they can just run at you and run you over, Chen gives them that extra push as well to just close out the game.
Yeah, I think Chen is pretty good when the enemy team doesn't have a lot of damage. And I don't think they have that much damage. Between Disruptor and SD, these are two heroes that don't actually deal any damage in fights. They're just a save/setup for your other heroes. So much damage is being relied on from the Slash Hack. And if Chen gets to buy an early mech, gets one of those like magic resistance creeps, maybe a pipe eventually down the line. I feel like Extreme's going to run into damage issues. They do finish up with Ursa, which, this hero can deal infinite damage, right? You cannot stop him, which is good, but it is a 24 hero, so, you're going to get something okay in the game. So I do think that Chen makes a lot of sense for their game plan, but it also means, they should get a lead in the early game. That's what I'm expecting from Aurora, and then they need to keep increasing that lead and not throw. And then I would predict them to win. Yes, self-proclaimed. Even though it's Nightfall regular, I do like their draft a lot more. I think they have some OP heroes in the meta the way I see it, and I can see the vision. While Extreme is a little more clunky to me, it's like they have to have some conditions being met. A lot of team fight, but not a lot of damage to back it up early game.
No. Things are definitely going to have to align a lot more for Extreme Gaming. But Ray, yeah, you were saying some of your thoughts for here?
I just think at least Extreme's execution is not horrifically hard. Like, you're going to be playing Shadow Demon catch into like a spear, which like secures that, or a Lesh stun, blah blah blah. Like, I think they have ways to catch heroes and make plays happen on the map as Extreme, so it doesn't look as clunky as it could.
Yeah. And some thoughts from you as well, Fear, unless they've already all been taken.
No, I mean, I think the execution is a lot more difficult for Extreme in this game. Yeah. Very winnable, but like you're playing into a lot of damage mitigation with Chen and the Dawnbreaker global presence. You have to play almost perfectly to make your heroes kind of work in this one. You have to go laning stage. But if that all happens and you shut down the laning stage somehow, you don't have a bad early game, you could take this game because this Ursa is definitely a really good pick.
Yeah, it feels like that's, like I said, a lot of conditions to be met, whereas for the side of Aurora, it feels like just this very easy flow of progression there. So it feels like you're mostly on the same side here for the three of you guys. Obviously, that caveat, just exactly how well are Extreme Gaming going to be able to play it for themselves. But either way, this game, number one in a best of three, is on the way. So let's head on to our casters, Sunspan and Synderen.
Hello, welcome to the road to TI. Sunspan here with Synderen.
Hello, nice to meet you.
True pleasure,
yeah,
young man.
You too.
I don't know why I'm shaking.
I don't. You're gonna run out of stamina first. We both know this.
I've been working out, Synderen.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be a good one.
All right.
Believe you me, this is gonna be a truly great match. I can feel it because Aurora, Synderen, one of my favorite teams to cast, Nightfall, has changed his hairdo from one of the worst that anyone's ever seen to something presentable on camera. Congratulations to him. They're going to face off against Extreme Game. We're still shaking hands, by the way, despite not being on camera anymore. The game shall begin, though.
Yeah, but well, as we say that, we do have a pause. So technically, the game. Talk a little bit more in depth, perhaps, about what the panel were touching on with these two lineups, because I think to talk a little bit more in depth, perhaps, about what the panel were touching on with these two lineups, because I think this. I found the draft really interesting here in terms of I found the draft really interesting here in terms of the style that both teams are bringing to the table. Right, on one side you've got Aurora, so you're just trying to run over the map and play fast. Whereas this Extreme Gaming are going a little bit more in an earlier direction than they sometimes do themselves by having some earlier impact, such as a strong laning carry in the Ursa. You're picking and play out specifically against their opponent, and that's really strong laning carry in the Ursa. You're picking and play out specifically against their opponent, and that's really cool to see in round one.
In round one of a Swiss bracket, by the way, which you and I haven't got to talk too much about, but first time at TI, right? And are you expecting any differences as a result? I mean, I think the players are generally pretty happy alone because we like. But just using logic alone, because we like.
Swiss format is that every series is best of three. The many years that we've had it by now has gone through a plethora of formats. The majority of them, I believe, started with round robin. the clear majority. We've had different group stage formats, etc. But very few of them have been best of threes from the get-go, if not literally only this, because round robins, you're not playing BO3s. That would take forever. There's logistical issues, right? But with this, you can actually have BO3s the whole way. So, yeah, that's interesting. I think it makes that's going to be largely to the benefit of teams that have a little bit more of a deep hero pool and are a little bit less one-trick ponies, if you will. So if you come in with a cool pocket strat, yeah, it might net you one game, but you need to win the whole thing. So
that's right.
Possibly a format that is slightly better for the favorites than underdogs. Underdogs oftentimes like BO1s because they can, you know, pull an upset.
Who likes BO7s? Let's categorize those people.
Yeah, there's not many of them, and if they are, they're not really getting very much representation in Pro Dota. When was the last BO7? It's like 2017 or something.
Was it Nanyang or something like that?
I don't remember.
It was on a ship, I believe.
I remember this BO7 series where one team was up 3-0, and then there was a lunch break.
Sweep.
Then there was a lunch break, and they lost all momentum. Yeah, very nice setup for that, of course, the BO7. We're not going to have any of those here, guys. The longest series of this tournament will be a BO5, and there will only be one of them.
As far as we know.
And that is in a long time. Oh, true.
I think it's under Valve's jurisdiction to be able to change the rules at any time, as should be their right, honestly.
Yeah, what do you think? Should this series be BO7 today? So,
hey, if it's good enough, then why not? So just some issues that we're going to get through here together, ladies and gentlemen. We can start the road to TI off with the podcast anyway. That's fine by me. We've been there before. Easy peasy.
This should be audio related for one of the teams, I do believe. So trying to fix that up. So
I don't think we've gotten to the point of desperation where we'll talk about the lore of the statue on the right, for example. That's when we're truly out of conversation pieces, Cinderin.
Yeah, I can talk about Roshan's teeth, though.
Yeah, that's far more relevant, of course.
He can't close his mouth with those tusks. They don't fit.
That's right.
Actually.
That's called is that an overbite or I think it's an underbite.
All I can think is this guy snores.
Oh, yeah.
Really loudly.
You know, a good way to deal with snoring, by the way, is to use mouth tape. You ever heard of that?
Mouth tape?
Yeah, I actually been using I've been literally taping my mouth.
While you're alone in your hotel room?
Even now, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you don't wake up from your own snoring?
Well, it's not about waking up. It's about getting a sore throat from snoring
so much. I see.
When you get old, things happen.
Not really relatable problem.
Of course, I don't think tape could ever shut the mouth of Roshan or my co-casting partner, Cinderin, of course.
Well, we, of course, have not tried it yet, but...
True.
I'll start talking out of my nose instead.
So, with the... What patch are we on? Is it a C patch?
I think it's D, right?
D at this point?
If I'm not mistaken.
What are you expecting that is different from the past tournaments that we've been covering? Because it's been a hot minute, right? Like, the last big tournament was EWC, which is over a month ago at this stage.
Yeah. I think largely what the D patch brought about was, you know, whatever was... This is usually how, when the letters get far enough, when we get into D, sometimes E, even F, rarely, versions, then a lot of the times the later patches are mainly just nerf patches, which, you know, you look at, okay, these meta heroes were doing too well in the previous tournament, or there's like some tech that you couldn't have foreseen. Like sometimes it can be teams stacking a specific mechanic. If you go down history, sometimes there's been a patch where healing was just really powerful and teams were running like 4 or 5 healing heroes. And then maybe you nerf either the playstyle or the heroes specifically. In this one, I think it's kind of just been like a broad, okay, these heroes are a little bit looking too powerful. They're getting way too much priority in Pro Dota. You nerf some of their abilities slightly and their item build-ups. But still, I feel like the overall archetype gameplay that we mostly have seen be successful in the last half year is still there. I don't think you're going to see, you know, some truly surprising switch-ups with, say, like...
Radiant's middle tower is under attack!
Told you a storm was coming!
Oh boy, Dire's middle tower is under attack.
2 and 6.
An easy target.
Okay, all fine. And yeah, we yet to see Dawnbreaker.
Dire's middle tower's under attack.
When need be, and it might be down on his bottom mid spot with Marine. He's been zoned out by Mac and Eric.
Dire's middle tower's under attack.
Nemesis is already going, and the rebound back in puts them in harm's way. Marine has backup arriving, but he's already been slain. There's a spear though to take down Raven as a Mar comes in as a bit of a cleanup crew to maybe find another wizard. Mars Arena catches
Double kill. Oh man.
Double kill from Mar. Eris in trouble as well. Has to leap to the high ground. Mar 7-1. Spear, not enough damage.
That worked out better than I expected at first. The Sand King went in very bravely, stunned the ground. Marine tips Amar for cleaning up that situation.
Those little rascals are hitting Dire's bottom tower.
When he entered the fight, he held it for a long time, making sure that he gets the most value. Since, you know, supports weren't running wide just yet, only through the arena, then finally uses it to prevent them.
Now though, there's rebound.
Dire's middle tower's under attack.
Blink, she doesn't need one when she has Marcy on her team. She's jumping on top of Amar to take down the beast.
Yeah, also threw him back into a trap, so it's just horrendous for him. No
That force field leads me to believe that Dire just fortified their structure.
This is where the tempo really picks up. Storm Spirit is now contesting.
Oh jeez, Morty, they're going after Dire's bottom tower.
Marine is trying to get what he can, guarded by this Chen, but already a very congested area of the map as Falcons bring 4 members from mid down to bottom.
Dire's middle tower's under attack.
I think they're happy to leave the Weaver alone right now, saying that he's tanky enough, he should be fine, and you know, he can now build a lot of experience, build a little bit of a lead. He is level 8.5, so flying ahead in this game. Weaver off to a good start.
Equally though, Raven pretty happy to stay up here as well, right? Can keep getting farm going and then also have the opportunity to Solar Guardian. Like, it's not an easy lane to do on, but it's still getting farm and XP and then this chance to join fights opposite side of the map.
Yeah, for sure. This is what Dawnbreaker wants to do, just be ready to join whenever, so she has that ulti ready, and that's going to be something that Falcons have to play around the entire game. Keeping in mind when she's ulti.
Oh boy, Dire's bottom tower's getting hit.
Invisibility.
Man, you might as well save that energy because Radiant just fortified their structures.
Mid lane though, and initiation with it.
Yeah, Storm zips in right onto crit. That Solar Guardian, easy work, and multiple towers being pressured, not just pressured, but killed at the same
Great.
time.
Dire's bottom tower just got destroyed.
Of pressure and strength that Nemesis are
Oh,
projecting
Dire's
right
middle
now.
tower's denied.
Marine though is going to get a nice deny in there. And Jing.
What are you doing?
Amar and Snake King teleporting out successfully back home. Eris is going to leap out of the arena now as it disappears. One more to escape. The spear comes, but it's not going to do enough.
Good leap in time there. Gets himself to safety. Nice start here for Nemesis though, coming in with all this tempo from the first blood from the first fight.
Next?
They transitioned that into taking 2 early towers from a good laning stage.
Oh, Dire's courier got killed. Are you kidding me?
That top
Weak.
tower, will TA get involved? Or is Storm kind of eyeing top area?
It was very systematic so far. Objective to objective. Getting all this early gold, super important. And for Storm in particular, who wants this early Orchid, we mentioned that in the draft. The 3 coming to hell against all 5 of Falcon's heroes. This Orchid's going to give a lot of impact for Mac. And of course, then you want your TA to be picking up all these little bits and bobs. Dragonlance already done.
Both for the Falcon Blades and Dragonlance, pretty standard. Get yourself enough mana. And putting a bit cautiously down there.
Haste.
Eastern gets snagged, but he does have to use it immediately to get out of that situation as well. So might not be able to do too much with the haste rune. However, he might be doing a lot more with a blink dagger that he's still keeping hidden on his courier. Fearful that anyone might see him have it, you know,
Stupendous.
holding it away.
I'm really far behind, guys. I couldn't possibly have a blink dagger
So
yet.
poor. Leaning
So
against
poor.
Storm was so hard.
I mean, that's the image he's selling, right? That's the.
Oh, Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Was it
He
Sun
hops
Tzu?
into a smoke.
Sun Tzu, right? Pretend you're weak when in fact you're strong.
Exactly. I mean, that's very true. And a lot of my teammates pretend that they're strong when they're weak, in fact, and they push alone, and then they die on the tower.
Yeah, I've got four teammates behind me right now, for sure. Skitter gonna walk.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Skittering off to the left-hand side of this bottom lane, as Nemesis set up through the Moonlight Shadow to try and find someone. They've been scouted. Kills off the TA. Stormfront does get a trade off kill. Mars taken down. Jimmy about to drop. Skitter getting so much work done. Can he get out of here? He's fine. Yeah, time lapses away.
Oh jeez, it's a killing spree!
Level up a dub-dub!
Stormbreaker Storm jumping up to this high ground to escape from the sanding, but
Oh, Radiant's bottom tower is under attack!
the Blink Dagger comes in big as Falcons sweep through a 4-for-1.
That was really surgical by them. They just
Oh,
pinpointed
Radiant's
that
bottom
TA
tower is under
was the great
attack.
Target, and unfortunate for him, he didn't really have the cooldown ready on Refraction. Stay
Couldn't
alive
do much
through the
about
fight.
Radiant's
He had a
bottom
cool
tower,
cast,
could ya?
but perhaps not really enough for the fight. So he died with 0.5 seconds remaining on his cooldown on Refraction. Otherwise, might have been able to turn that fight around, deal some damage. Because if TA dies, a lot of their continuous damage is gone. Like, she brings so much DPS to the team fight. And they just did a great job isolating her at first.
Yeah, like Storm's mana pool only goes so far. Once he's out of that, lights out.
Yeah, and then we see a chase potential of a Weaver and a Hoodwink hunting the backline together. No way to run away from a Weaver at this stage. We don't have good teammates nearby. Pick me up.
Even just the positioning that they started in, right? Weaver and Hoodwink skipping past the tower to go behind the wave.
Let the fun begin!
On the Weaver. Damage coming his way, and Skitter gets obliterated. Some shouts of intro boys in the crowd as Nemesis had a very good early lead, but falter in that first big team fight of the game. Picking the pace back up is always nice to see.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack!
Could completely the correct choice in this game, having more silence to catch the Weaver we already talked about in the draft. Oh, hello, are they
Oh, Radiant's middle tower is under attack!
Raise no hand in anger and drop
Oh,
out.
not good.
Completely, but he's got Moonlight Shadow.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
All right.
I think they're a little bit worried about taking a fight without their carry right now. Rana staying under a ward though.
Jump back in from Marine there. With a scepter to the sky, sets up the spear for Amar. And the Marcy. Could jump in and maybe make a meal of that, maybe save the Mirana, but could have put herself in harm's way. Sneaking in Amar, quick on the chase. Marine down high ground. They've got the catch on Marcy.
You're welcome.
Over here now. Nice. Gives an option to jump away to, but still dead.
Yeah, he knocks him out of the air. So using the God's Rebuke, since it's a forced reposition, it stops Marcy's jump. That's really cool, cool mechanic there.
So nice.
Quickly stopping him.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under
Be
attack!
careful with Marcy. If you use your rebound on Storm and Storm uses Ball Lightning, then it disjoints and you won't even get to jump.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack! Oh, Radiant's top tower is destroyed!
Now the targets.
Oh, you've got to be so careful here, Nemesis.
You didn't see him.
So, I guess for me, when I saw these drafts, this was the period where I thought Nemesis
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack!
even faster, like going with Storm, going with his Stormbreaker. But Falcons have really thrown a wrench in the works with that team fight in the bottom right corner. Tier 1 dead, and now Ken's
Might
map
as well have
control
shot nothing.
becomes much more apparent, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they're playing around their ultis in a really good way, using the Mars, so the threat of the Mars, the arena is so good at catching people at this stage. And Nemesis not able to crack the top tier 1 tower. Like, I posed a question, like, when are they gonna open that part of the map? They never were able to do it. Having the Deso though on TA, you really want to start taking control of the map and get access to more of those ancient camps. Farming jungle creeps is fine and all, but it's truly the ancients that are the big resource, and Weaver is already doing that. It's farming
Double
ancient
damage.
A lot of attention to bottom lane. Irene running down there. He's only 1100 gold away from a full Aghanim sector now.
Guess
We're
what?
going to see some deja vu
I
down
trust
here.
everyone was out of sight.
To start things off, and it looks like Jim's going to just escape and Marine. The epicenter off the mark completely. Good reset by Nemesis there to skip away from danger, and now,
I'll show
they
them
turn around on the way. Good arrow into Storm's face there. Just ripped
the
Malrina
children
apart.
of light have failed.
Great
The
little
Dawnbreaker-
bait and switch.
Yeah, the Dawnbreaker ulti may have been a bit over the top. I think he actually was very, very dead to rights, but of course easy to say for us. We see everything. They didn't really know what they were jumping into. Well, of course, Reaver probably farming meanwhile all this is happening, but Malrine not having the best game so far.
Yeah, I feel like if you ask them there, right, the Dawn, everyone on this team is like, we would much rather the Dawn jump in here and then
It's not even my
ban
birthday.
than everybody and
I
Dawn
guess
not
it
jump
could be.
in.
Better safe than sorry is a very real thing when you play pro games. Sometimes you just, you double tap that. You don't want to, give them any chance to get away with their mid player when he should be dead to rights.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And now maybe exposed though. Raven gonna get some by Amar. Again with this Yules into back combo, God Rebuke and Spear, all the control in the world to allow Skitter here to join the party. Malrine involved. Take down Dawnbreaker with no answer from Nemesis.
Radiant's middle tower is
Nice
under
combos.
attack.
Really nicely done. I also like seeing, by the way, that Crit purchased an early shard on the Living.
Jeez, Radiant's middle tower just got wrecked.
Or something.
Whoa, Dire's bottom
especially
tower is
against
under
the Mirana
attack.
And Storm, I would have inspected as well.
Repent.
But he says now this shard, it's so much damage. It helps him, hurt people even harder. And they
Oh,
do
Dire's
really
bottom
extra
tower is under
defense
attack.
in the fights.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Hands up quickly when you've got two
Wasted
tanky
arrow.
spellcasters.
Dire's
Thor
bottom
and the
tower
Mars
is
and
under
Santin.
attack.
They're going to be
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Roshan's pretty low. Storm Spirit, Mirana, both pretty adept at getting into the pit.
Boy, more do you know that Roshan guy just got killed by Dire. He owed me money.
Damage on the Jin. Malrine stays alive with the Essus ring. Max somehow TP's back to Fountain. An absolute bloodbath in the pit. Nemesis lose 3. Falcons get the Aegis.
Yeah, and this was the concerning part for me as well. The Mars Arena, it just nullifies the TA's effect essentially in the fights. Look at her damage. She did 480 damage. So
I didn't see the TA that fight. I'm not going to lie.
that's the thing. Like this fight just misfired completely because of that. It's very hard to commit in a tight area like this. Yeah, you get in there, almost got the Aegis steal, right? This looks all nice, but look at TA.
Where is she?
Cannot get in.
Oh, there.
She cannot do any damage because Arena is preventing her. Otherwise, she could have helped burst down that Sanctum.
Wow.
Penance.
And now Roshan, the Tormentor, all the dominoes are top lane for Falcons in a good way. Sneaking with a shard now. And in an immediate smoke, they want to go and find another
It's the
big
wisdom.
move.
Wisdom invasion, kind of classic. Dota is a little bit in a scripted way right now. You go objective to objective, and this is very natural. So I think Nemesis kind of know this as well. They're gonna give up the wisdom.
Oh boy, Dire's
All
bottom
I
tower's
can
getting
give
hit.
us
And jumping in.
is a chance.
Akashi with Jing. Can they get the shrine?
It works out. Arrow gonna be tanked by the big scepter. The hero,
Snaking Junior the third.
one of the few creeps who tanks an arrow and lives.
Jimmy John. Oh, crit. A couple of hits to the back of the head. Not enough to completely finish off the hoodwink there.
Scurries to the high
Oh,
ground.
Radiant's middle
Getting
tower is
misses all
under
there.
attack.
Bounty.
Oh, what a mess.
Good map position for Nemesis. Like Storm is bottom right corner, wants to farm to BKB. Can't really be involved. This is where, ideally Dawnbreaker would want to be, and then join on the opposite side of the map. And this comes back to a point you've made several times now. Top Dire Tier 1. Chen has kept this alive.
Yeah, that's the imbalance on the map right now. All the Radiant Tier 1 towers are gone, but they are holding on to that one tower up top. And not only a little bit, they actually have full HP on that Tier 1 as well. So you've got good control on the map. It is always so important in Pro Dota. The more you can own of the map, the more you're naturally going to farm. Tia is trying to offset this. She's getting up here, has the Blink Dagger, so she wants to start poking the tower and somehow crack this.
Radiant's
that she's
bottom
strong,
tower is under
completely alone.
attack.
That's the Dawnbreaker, so
Oh man, what? Get up on out of here, because Radiant just fortified their structures.
Some big items arriving though. BKBs on both sides. Mars with one, Storm with another.
And
Aghanim Scepter sanking.
Yeah. The Ag sanking is a lot of damage this early on. It's hard to fight into. Once he gets Shivas, I mean, he's going to be a monster. What's the build looking to be? Oh, they're going Shivas on the Mars right now is queued up. Hope we don't have a double Shivas purchase here, because right now both of them are queuing up the build.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's a good jump onto Raven. Arrow's gonna slide in, hit Ammo.
I did have a treat.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What's wrong?
Okay.
Nicely done.
It cost them their Dawnbreaker ulti, but tanking ulti was equally expended there, so very nice for them on the side of Nemesis. I thought they would for sure lose the Dawnbreaker, but they find a way to get her out of there.
Oh, Dire's carrier just got killed.
I mean, Arrow.
BKB's coming out.
Oh
for the
boy,
TOC.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
That Arrow was MVP right there. Reese with the aim.
Yeah, I thought it was going to hit the Chen creep, honestly. Then Amar kind of walked back into it.
Yeah, I think he didn't really see it until it was too late. He was trying to set up.
Bit of a scramble here, though, as Nemesis needs to push out these lanes. Mid gets shoved. Top is taken up by the Dawnbreaker, so maybe we can get onto that tier 1.
Mine is truly a blessed life.
So at least
Mac will come and
soon,
grab it.
Dire's top
this
tower
Aegis
is under
gonna be
attack.
gone for Skeeter. And he didn't go for a BKB, so this is where
Dire's
Nemesis will
top
have
tower
a
is
window where they
done
can maybe
for.
find that clutch.
Radiant's
play
bottom
before
tower is
BKBs
under
land
attack.
on him, and when Aegis is down.
You know, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
He just still have 20 more seconds, so they're going to see bottom tier 2.
Oh, Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
back of
Radiant's
this,
bottom tower is
this
completely
Roshan.
gone. Dire's top tower is under attack.
There's some big tower damage.
Invisibility.
And it was,
Dire's top
a
tower is
6 or
under
7K
attack.
lead not that long ago.
Radiant's
Nemesis have
bottom
done a
tower
decent
is
job
under
at
attack.
Finding a bit of additional farm here to maybe level the playing field a bit. Now scanning in front of themselves.
Heading in.
Vanish.
On the Mars
Always
blink, and
works.
you'll set their heart.
Oh, Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Now we cannot.
I bring long-deserved
It happened so quickly.
That's really nice. Mirana ulti as well to just kind of cover their tracks, make sure they don't get picked off.
Repent.
And Chen has started picking up the boys, the Prowler, our ancient Prowler acolyte, with lifesteal and HP regen.
Yeah, the little extra regen aura. It's a lot of nice auras being carried here.
Oh boy,
12%
Dire's middle
CDR
tower is
from
under
the
attack.
Time Warp. I mean, that ancient frostbitten golem. I think there's no creep I would rather have next to me. It just feels amazing. CDR, sign me
Dire's
up.
middle tower is under attack.
Amazing feeling. Ready?
Do they see Rude? I heard Maui. I see it now, yeah, you're right. I heard Maui in the episode.
Morty, watch out! It's a killing spree. Top tower is under attack.
Walks right into them.
Come on,
They did
get
have the little ward, so he was just
get with
waiting
it.
to make sure they had people behind him to follow up on his stun.
You're right, they did have
Dire's top tower is under attack.
40 seconds without your Dawn, and now Storm gets caught on a rune.
Illusion.
Under vision, and where did he come from, you little turd?
Jeez, he's dominating.
Teleports behind you, nothing personnel, Storm kills you.
He was in the trees all along.
How was he there? Where did he come from?
Just a sneaky boy. Got a good cape on that doing so. He's doing his best to just roleplay as a little ninja here.
Squirrel!
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Oh, Radiant's middle tower is
With a
destroyed.
Actually, a crossbow, I guess, but the next cosmetic for a crossbow is gonna be a gun. Make it sniper.
What is it? Was it minus mode with the Witch Doctor, Capri Sun, and a gun?
Oh, yes. Capri Sun and gun, the distractor. I want all these things.
Oh, God.
Caught you in
Someday we'll have
did
them.
we?
One day. One day. Oh, this is where the map gets real small for you. Ancient's getting cut out. Yeah, you draw all the circles on the map that you
You
want,
look
but
all
Nemesis
sorts of
reclaiming
wrong.
this territory is going to be pretty challenging.
It's difficult, but they have some big power spikes as well. They have a fresh BKB that they haven't used on the TA. BKB is coming off cooldown soon for the Storm. Buying these things, they have the gem as well. These guys that Nemesis picked up that early gem to kind of get them out of the situation.
Break this.
No. Right.
I like all the trees that die just by them auto-attacking Hoodwink because all the redirects on the auto-attack. Storm cut some of them by ulting around, but then it's just all the auto attacks cutting down the trees. Is Hoodwink responsible for deforestation? Is Hoodwink the bad guy?
Yes. Yes. Hoodwink is the titular villain and evil person in the 90s Superman cartoon.
A golden
Captain
thread.
Planet.
There we go.
All those evil corporations burning down the forests, it was Hoodwink. But the reason they have those rings of love, earth, wind, power, fury, whatever the hell they had, that's because of Hoodwink.
It's Timbersaw's villain. Henchman.
No, Timbersaw is the henchman. Hoodwink is the actual...
it's the master. Oh, I see.
The mastermind behind it all.
Both teams posturing here, trying to hold good position. Smoke coming in from Falcons, but on the high ground, they're waiting.
The Granite Golem.
Leading the way.
Now God gets to the distance. Still in the thick of things here as the BKBs dissipate and wear out. The Dawnbreaker is going to TP out.
The blink from Marcy has ulti still could maybe catch people.
Another jump, another move, an arrow connect in, so Jing will make a swift escape. Nemesis get out of there without any losses.
Still chasing the
TA,
TA. She doesn't have BKB anymore. The falling close by.
Pike ready. Just gonna blink into the trees and TP kind of deal.
Good read. Good read gets out, snaking spots that Roshan is up. Of course, Nemesis also know this, having TA on their team. It's an awkward timing though. Roche respawning when 30 seconds are remaining.
Dyer's
so
bottom tower's under attack.
Bottom area. He's gonna move soon. You see all the Falcons swinging down here.
Both teams with gems is going to be a case of who gets there first gets to set up with the vision.
So a wraparound move coming in from Nemesis. They're expecting everyone to be bottom, so they're going into mid.
Slipping up onto the Shen on the high ground. And a good two-man pushback though. Waiting to get cleared away by the Mars of the team.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? It's a killing spree over here. Oh, you better hold on to your hat because now it's a mega kill. That's 5, baby. 5. There's no accident anymore. This isn't an accident now.
Mac might be in danger with a gem on him. They see the storm and they force the BKB TP.
It's such a Amar move to just bonk him anyway. He's like, get out of here. You know?
It's a stay in fountain longer kind of move.
Actually, it's just like, get out. We own this place. You know, that was a really, really sad fight for one particular reason for Nemesis. Yeah, okay, you lost a lot of heroes, but why? The Dawnbreaker ulti just came off cooldown as the TA died. It was on CD. And by the way, her BKB TP also gets forced. Amar is just the Nightfall instigator here. He's forcing all of them home, chasing them. But yeah, I'm not having the Dawn ulti.
Oh man, looks like Dyer got the Roshan just a little bit before everybody else
The
could.
with 3 heroes, they jumped with 2. TA went on a different target, splitting their resources and didn't burst anybody.
So is this Amar trying to make his own The Play video? You know, what's the answer to the black hole? Or it's Light of Heaven with the Ravage, blah, 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 whatever it is. It's just Amar going around. What's the answer to the Nightfall? It's Amar with his God's Rebuke, hitting people.
He's the question to the Nightfall, you know, he makes them do it all the time, and then those BKBs go low duration on them. Does not feel nice.
And that's where that Time Warp aura comes in handy, more spells.
Oh yes, of course. Time Warp Tormentor can be taken again, so they got the first
Double
Roche Torm.
damage!
Second Roche Torm. Now the net worth leads up to 12k, and this is gonna be shard for Malrine. I mean, that's just more damage. More damage around his epicenter. It's amazing. I like that we had double Shivas queued up and then neither of them went for Shivas. I was concerned we were going to see 2 Shivas, but none of them ended up going for it so far. Mars is now queuing it up again. Maybe it's next time.
Maybe that's how they resolve disputes.
You're a tree hugger. You gotta work for it.
Yeah, picked up easily.
This is why I
Both
get
of them
out
want
of bed
something,
in
but
the
there's only
morning.
one of it, and Aoi just
None
comes in
can
and says,
have it.
neither of you can have it. If you can't play nicely, you can't play at all.
That's how it is.
You're 2 ancient granite golems. He's got a family of granite golems.
He does. And the Centaur Courser, he's here, just cruising, bringing the magic resistance.
Radiant just fortified their structures. You know what I'm talking about? Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, it's banner. You can't do much about it. You get the aggro.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tower is dropping. Weaver with Aegis, you can't really go on him.
Way to go! Radiant's bottom tower is completely gone. Oh boy, somebody called trouble. He's here already.
You have to do something if you want to hold on to this, but I think they might just drop tier or drop the Rex here.
Come on, Radiant's top barracks are getting attacked. Man, I'm pissed. Radiant's bottom barracks are gone up, and I'm pissed.
It's a really big power spike. She has it now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's being delivered. See the intentions. They know the same thing is going to happen mid, so they need to break the cycle. Nice
big damage. That's a big hit from the TA. So we'll clear the wave here, and then is it a straight up smoke? No, they're already pre-smoked. Oh! Coming out of that top. Oh, here now. Mid-wave was even killed.
Get a bit caught up here.
Skitter was there to spot them.
The easiest here to go first on with the Chen heal and the Aegis. If you like the great targets. They almost need to bring down Amar. Like, if they can chain stun and burst this Mars,
I must have them all.
then TA knows that she can deal a lot of damage with the Daedalus, not being stopped by the arena.
The gem gonna trade hands. Amar and Marina been
Oh
passing
jeez, Radiant's courier just got killed.
Looks like Marina's going for the refresher next. The big thing about this Sand build, by the way, is that supports just, they evaporate. When you pop ulti and blink in, like, they just disappear. It's not so much that he's good at killing the course. Well, he does do a lot of damage then as well, but good luck being a lowly little Mirana when you get jumped by this. Way too much damage.
And then instead of going for that Shiva's Guard, he's slotted in a Ghost Scepter there at the Sand King. So that's really cheap from the TA. And the TA is the one who's fronted anyway.
Wait, no, hold on. He's unstoppable.
The BKB and dead for the better part of 90 seconds.
Storm there. In an awkward way, it was Storm pushing top, not the Dawnbreaker.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
There. They would try and turn with Dawnbreaker ulti, but now dropping TA, no buyback on her. Thank God they have the tier 2 top,
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Mid-racks into, poking for more. Maybe they will even hit for a tier 4 a bit.
Jeez, Radiant's middle tower just got wrecked. Oh boy, Radiant's middle barracks are getting attacked.
Heroes in the wrong place.
Oh man.
Yes, I mean, it's not ideal.
Radiant's middle barracks are getting hit. You know, Morty, it sometimes feels like they don't even care. Radiant's middle barracks. Huh? What a joke.
Now a good arena will force double BKB. Oh, that's a price to pay, and you've not even fought back or defended anything. You lose buildings, you lose your BKBs, and Falcons, they come out with everything. Mar's going in. Mar? Oh, go with the others, Marcy. Straight forward.
I'm easily
Get a spear
distracted.
there. Got too big to push her around, holding his BKB while Skitter comes in to have a bit of a play with this as well.
In meantime, the creeps are picking up the top lane as well, making sure the creep wave's coming in. Of course, the tier 2 tower next objective. But that little move going in an arena, well, a big move, I should say, really sets them back on the side of Radiant. Now they have weekly cooldowns. At least Dawnbreaker has refreshes. So she can, like,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
She can ulti again. So for her, not the massive problem, but Marcy not having her BKB. That was the only thing she had. BKB and ulti and hit people.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack. Whoa, killing spree. He's from Boston because he's wicked.
Nemesis tap out of that one as Falcons slam the door.
Radiant's top tower is fallen. Dyer just won. Morty, they won, Morty. Quit yelling at me about it.
For a big play like that, try and burst the Weaver. It didn't work. I think they were too far behind at this stage. You know, you could say that, oh, they stacked up, their mistake, but really it's not about that. This is the symptom of the illness. The illness happened when they started falling behind in the 10-minute mark, right? It was already Falcons just controlling the map.
Just like another day in the office for snaking. Amar's like, okay, how can I do better? Skitter is just having the time of his life. He gets to play Weaver again. Skitter is so